Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, I have a very special guest with me today. This is Angel Anderson with Marketing Results. Hi, Angel. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me again.
No problem. Thanks again for being here. Today, we have a very special topic that we wanted to talk about because I'm guilty of this, and I know Angel has seen a lot of agents, market their open houses, but not in a very efficient or effective way. So today we're going to be talking about open houses and the best habits to market them before, during, and after. So Angel, what do we need to change about our open house marketing strategies?
Let's make some changes to what most people are doing, but just to give people context a little bit, this is part of a document that if they haven't watched your previous video that we talk about the educational framework for new real estate agents, they should go and watch it, and they can download the full document. You still have the link on that in the description of that video, correct?
Of course, the link to the free download, it's going to be in the description box, and I'm going to put a link to the original video as well. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to pop up in a card as well.
Which because the document not only includes what you should do during or before, during, and after open houses when you do Facebook live streaming, it also includes 7 good marketing habits, the 21 tips for getting people to know, like you, and trust you through content marketing, 7 tips for Facebook ads, and this particular that we're going to go over right now, which is open house live streams. So before you do an open house, most people right now, what most agents are doing is they just wait. They post on the day I have an open house. They post it on Facebook, and then the day of, they just, hey, they do a Facebook live. I don't know why I'm grabbing my pencil. They're doing a Facebook live, and that's pretty much it. But what if you want more people to attend that Facebook live or watch the video, because social distancing,
Right.
that's why you're doing live stream. So, if you've been working on an email list, then this is the time to use it and send an email blast to your network so that your friends and the people have worked with you in the past that enjoy working with you, they can invite their friends, because now you have a new opportunity for them to view a new property. Include the link just like you were doing in Facebook or your website when you list. Include all the details as possible. That's one thing. You can also create, or you should create, a Facebook event if you want to get on people's calendar. Remember, when they are going or interested, Facebook will do the part of the heavy lifting for you. They will keep reminding them that this is coming. It will add the information into the calendar. So that is one way that you will stay on top of mind before the open house happen. And also, I would say, I know you got 10 things in your mind. You got a lot to do, but if you want people to show up, direct outreach. If you have a house for sale, potential sellers, boom, direct outreach. I do a lot of jabbing on Facebook Messenger, and I encourage people to do a lot of jabbing one-on-one to reach out. Hey, I got this property, this open house. I'm not interested. Do you mind sharing this link for me? That's
Right.
it. It's something so simple.
I'll add something to that as well. Something that I integrated in my marketing. It's a little bit outdated, but it still works. It's door knocking. Going to the neighbors, knocking around the neighborhood, letting them know that you're going to have an open house. It's a very effective strategy to use to, bring more attention to the open house.
I'm glad you say that. I told James in Las Vegas, I said, hey, James, do your neighbors know that you're a real estate agent? He's like, I don't think so. So go old school, print a paper in a simple paper you print and say, I'm not selling anything, but if you consider selling or buying a home and you have any question, I live down the road in your neighborhood and I will be more than happy to answer your questions, and sign it and slip it through the door. You can go old school, but think about it. Do all your friends know what you do? Where you live? Do they know? Can they knock? Are you making yourself available so they can ask you questions? And if you are like me, that you separate private life and business, You also want to take in consideration, what is your number one job right now? Getting more clients, getting more listings, helping more people, however you want to phrase it. If your mission is to help more young couples own a home, then you're not doing that while you're not, if your neighbors are not, they don't know if you have renters in your house, in your neighborhood, and something that you want to keep in mind. So definitely door knocking is advisable in a social media age. That's this advice that I still give, even if you're not a real estate agent, lawyers, doctors, depending on what they do, especially the doctors that I help lately, that are functional medicine, that are not covered through a lot of medical plans. So that's something that door knocking you want to do. Anyway, during an open house, what is something that you can do in an open house? You want to plan. You should plan your virtual tour just like you're planning an in-person tour. What is it you want to go first? What is the thing that you should highlight first? Instead of, hey, I have an open house, you should come, I'm here until 3 p.m. What is in it for Fred? How are you going to capture the personal attention?
Exactly.
Second, introduce yourself, share your credentials, share what you care about it. And that is something that is so easy to do. You saw a faucet that you like, you saw an automation panel that you would love to have in your future home, like something that you share genuine interest that caught your attention as a person, as a human being. A fireplace, you're sitting back in the couch, I'm like, I do want a fireplace in my next house. This is beautiful. Check out the stone. Let me show you the rest of the house. Come on, don't leave. And you can start that way. You being genuine, and when people join in or come into the house, remind them that you're doing a Facebook Live, interact with them, ask questions, look at the comment. And the comments are so important because that will help you look, and we get into it, but it will help you know what is in people's mind so you can create future content about it. So interact with people. If you're doing double Facebook Live, I have some real estate friends that are overachiever, and they work with handles with 2 phones sometimes, and they do it. Yes, and they do a live stream for Insta and a live stream for Facebook, and that's actually a trend that a lot of people do, but we as viewers don't catch. For example, I consume the news from Puerto Rico in the mornings, and this news guy, he does a resume of what's happened, the most important news in the island, and he does one on Facebook from his computer and one on Twitter from his phone, and just maximize that opportunity. You can use software like Restream if you're in a computer to restream to multiple places. There is the argument that uploading natively from the app works best. But whatever works for you, just if you can live stream to multiple places, even if you're doing 2 phones, or even if you have somebody following you behind you, another agent that is helping you, I will go for it. And when you do in Instagram, try to use the Q&A feature, stickers, it works when you do that. And moving after you do an open house, after the live stream is over, remember that is on-demand content. So people will watch it and can watch it after the live stream is over. So don't ignore those comments, but also share that. So many real estate agents, after this done, they just leave it. They don't share that live stream,
right?
Whether it's in a personal account or to a group about it. You spend a good amount of your energy, mental space, and time to attract people. Why not attract more? But also think about how the video that you just did, download it and re-edit it for repurpose. For example, you could highlight a beautiful area of the house in a shorter content. Instead of doing an hour-long live stream, what about a 2-minute video? It could be yes, and you repurpose that content. Say your video, edit shorter clips, post it on your page. Think about house highlights, and definitely use the comment from your audience to gauge what information they're looking about that property and also future properties. Because if they're asking that question, the question will come out, will be in somebody else's mind, and that micro content, that short clip will answer that question, will likely somebody will reach out to you, and you tailor the future message based on this comment. And that is one thing that I know it sounds bad when I tell people stop vomiting on social media, but basically that is what we are doing when we keep creating content based on what we think they need or what we want to create, because hey, it's our page, but we are talking
Right.
and not listening. We need to listen and we need to engage with them to create content, not only on best performing content, that what is working based on views or shares when you look at your numbers, but also what are the questions. What drove Angel to ask me that question? Maybe I wasn't that clear, so let me elaborate a little bit more in the next video.
Right. And, it's so important what you said about listening to the audience, not just, looking at the insights, but also listening to their feedback, what they have to say, because that's going to help you along with the insights to narrow down, what kind of content to do next. It's going to take, help you with the next step. And it's so important to differentiate ourselves as new real estate agents in the market, because everyone's doing the, just sold, guilty, myself included. I'm not going to say no, I'm not going to deny it. But, it's the easiest thing to do. It's what you see everyone else doing, and you want to be different. You want to have value proposition so that when clients are researching you, they want to work with you because of, what you put yourself out there for, whether, educational content, all of that stuff. So Angel, thank you so much for all of this helpful information. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we wrap up?
So I know time is essential, and you have 50 things to do. And I want to add something that you mentioned. I believe in the previous video, it was about marketing calendar. If your time is an issue for you, one of the best things you can do is to brainstorm today for 20 minutes, 30 minutes while you watch TV. What is the questions? What are the topics? And then put them on some type of logical order, because some topics come before others, for sellers, for buyers, and you give yourself that room. And the idea is that if you can organize that and say, okay, this week I'm going to talk about this, and this next week I'm going to talk about that. Why not share it? Make it public. That will engage. Hey guys, this is the upcoming topics that I'm going to talk about, and people will engage with you, but it give you validation and feedback of what is coming, because they're going to start asking questions. But what about this? What about that? And that will help you create content that, hey, if you want to have more listings, you need to pay attention what the seller, what is in the mind of the seller. You don't know what is in their mind if you don't ask them, or if you don't look at the engage with them.
Research.
Exactly. So it's not about going on Google. The old days, that's what we were told in the marketing world. By the way, I did go to school for marketing. I got a bachelor in public relations and marketing. Eventually, I got an MBA. But that's what they tell you: go to Google, do a research, look at the suggested results from the bottom, do a keyword research to see the volume. But what is the magic formula? What is the actual one thing that actually is going to drive the needle? Who are you trying to help? And in this case, is Fred. So let's help Fred. So let's get the feedback from Fred. And while in person is one-to-one, in social media is one-to-many. That's one of the beauties about social media. So if you want to get the feedback from Fred, if I want to get the feedback from you, I will ask you, Julian, okay, what is about this? And maybe you give me some good answer. But what you also can do is you can leverage technology, send an email and bookmark through Zoom, or schedule through Zoom people so you can interview them, or make yourself available to ask questions about sellers without selling anything. Send an email with a survey, and people ask you, if you were about to sell your house, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? And you can leverage technology. If time is an issue and you can do one-on-one interviews, then how can you leverage technology to reach out a lot of people, let them schedule time with you, or let them give you the answer without you having to outreach 100 people? And that's another way that you want to start thinking about. But organize your content. Brainstorm it ahead of time, put it in an Excel sheet, on a Google Doc, or in your notes, and organize it in logical way that it, because again, some questions, some things, some steps go before other ones. So you want to ask those questions, put that content out in a logical order.
Strategically, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Angel, for your time and for all the information that you shared with us. The link to the free download, it's going to be linked in the description box along with the previous video and Angel's information if you would like to, speak with him and do more research. Thanks again so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you share it with someone that can benefit from this content as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.